Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hope you're all well. Sorry to join in the chat. I know the chat is not my domain, but I saw the words Bake Off and I can't see any spoilers because Tom has unhelpfully gone out on a Tuesday evening, asshole, and he so I can't watch it. And I was like, I'm gonna watch it without you. And then I was like, "No, I can't. It wouldn't be fun to watch on my own." So there you go. I haven't seen it. So please don't tell me who won and who go out. And as a thank you, here is the real star of the show, Mackie. Say hi, Mac. Oh, that was mean to wake you up, wasn't it? Did you hear that humph? She's just staring at you. She's been such a good girl. Well, actually, she hasn't been a good girl today. So today, Mackie met her first cow and absolutely refused to come when she was called. So we had to chase her down and put her on the extendable lead. And she's got really good recall really early, but if there's another animal around, she's having none of it. So we are now onto extendable lead while she practices recall, even when she can see a seagull. But she was ever so sweet with this cow. Tom and I were bricking it because we were so far away from them, and she doesn't normally go very far from us. So we were like, okay, as we get within range of her being interested in the cows, we'll put her on the lead and just see how she goes. And then she bolted for them, went up to this one cow and was just like saying hello. And the cow was being really friendly back with her, but we were just like, oh God, we're the most irresponsible dog owners. This is not okay. And then luckily it was all fine, but my heart was in my bloomin' mouth. Bless her. And then, yes, we've had an argument today about her running around with a dahlia because dogs are not supposed to have dahlias. They can give them irritations. So she and I had a row about that. But we are on day 5 of no accidents, so we have to be nice to her for that. She's done really well. It's been a bit of a miserable day, having some work problems and that on top of all of the rest of it. Oh, I'm a bit cross and everything's a bit shit, isn't it? But we have a chapter and and oh, I might have jumped the shark today. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is just fucking I've had enough. I just can't do this anymore. I I just want to go back to being I don't know. I don't know. I'm so tired of being worried and I don't cope well with not being able to make plans and I just can't make any plans. I know nobody can. None of us can. And I know that I've got away with this pandemic like relatively easy compared to a lot of people I know, but oh my God, we're all a bit it's a lot, isn't it? And I think as the weather's getting worse and like it's coming up for Christmas and New Year, I'm starting to realize that how long this has been and how long it's taking. But anyway, this is supposed to be our escape place, isn't it? So it's lovely to see you guys and have some nice time. Somebody was saying they listened to the dinner party podcast. Who was saying that? Catherine. Yeah, it was a fun podcast, wasn't it? I had such a good time doing that. That was really lovely escapism. Yeah, thanks, guys. I think we're all in it together, aren't we? I feel like another proper lockdown is coming, isn't it? And like, I just feel like I want to know. Like, I'm kind of like I keep looking over my diary, and seeing and looking at gigs and going, well, if that one happens, or if it's that week and that week, or if it's this and this, and it's like, oh, just give us some certainty, or say we're all going back to normal and we'll all take our chances with it, or lock us down. Like, just this sort of everything hovering is just stressing me out a little bit, but. And also, I need to buy some wellies for walking her. And so far, all the recommendations for Wellington boots have been £50 and up, which I don't want to buy cheap, crappy ones and have them split the first time my ankle goes over in a puddle. But also, oh, it seems a lot to be spending 70, 80 quid on a pair of wellies, but maybe I'm just being bananas. I don't know. I don't know. um, there's nothing but deserts, a vast eternity, and it sucks. I am with you, Mystic. Luckily, though, if we do have another lockdown, I will have time to read all of yours and Dirkus's comments. So that might maybe I need a lockdown just to do that. Me and Mackie will just go and read all of the comments. Won't we, Mac Attack? Who's saying hello? Mackie. Mackie Pig. Oh, yeah, there's an eye open. I love her so much. She's so cute. Klopp would say get good ones. I know he would, but Klopp is on slightly different money to me. Is it that Terry Pratchett quote that's like it's very expensive to be poor? It's never been truer. When I first moved to Brighton and I had a couple of jobs to support myself, uh, starting out in comedy once I moved down here, and I worked in a kitchen shop, and because I got really good discount, I kitted my kitchen out in like all top of the range stuff where it mattered. So I got really good knives and like um or things like a Magimix. So, with the deals, and I don't think I've spent a penny on my kitchen since. And I'm like, oh yeah, if you can afford to do that, it really does work. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a gig in. I'll earmark that money for boots, or if I sell enough books this week. Oh, which was good news actually. I ordered some more copies of Clop Actually to sell after gigs, and I ordered 100, and only 22 turned up this morning. And I rang the distribution line, and they said it was because the print run had run out. There were no more available, and they were doing a second print run. So I think that's good news. Uh, Lady Frag says, don't need to look for a job in a shoe shop yet. I used to work in a shoe shop. I worked in Clark's Shoes for a year when I was a teenager, just before I went, no, after my stint at Debenhams. First, I worked on Debenhams menswear, and then I worked in Clark's Shoes. And I actually still have a pair of boots that I bought because Clark's Shoes are very good. Uh, uh, so yeah, I know. I just feel a little bit dismal this week. I'm struggling, but you've got to have down weeks, haven't you? It's just I miss the summer. Anyway, this is a ramble chat of the longest 7.5 minutes. That's got to be a new. I've made 2 banana cakes this week. That's how ready for lockdown I am. Right. So chapter 29. Uh, chapter 29. Yeah. Okay. So where did we leave the last one? Oh, yeah. There was quite a fun vote, wasn't there? I was really interested to see, and there were some interesting. So I'll tell you what you voted on and what you missed out on. I don't know if I've explained any of the recent votes, but so what has Van Weer done while they've been away? If it had been lockdown, then there was going to be a mutiny from a lot of the Tingians who didn't want to be on lockdown, and Asmar was going to bring them back up top with her. If she'd resigned, she was going to have gone rogue against the state. If she'd mastered one of the other stones, she was also going to be magic. She could have killed a hostage, hadn't decided who. I think that would have been your vote today. Or there was your result from today. So we'll see what that's turned into. But it's quite exciting. So, chapter 29, here we go. Asmar left the hedge with a sense of dread settled deep in her throat. Stop it. The ends of her fingers tingled with anticipation, and she wished she could tell her heart to slow. It was as if all the training she had done over the years was for nothing. Now she was on her way to Van Weer. She felt like nothing alone, let alone a mole who was acting as a mole. Would Van Weer see straight through her now that she was on the side of Ezria and the others? She found the tunnel back to the city and made her way slowly and cautiously, looking for any sign of troops or Van Weer's spies. The tunnel was empty, but Asmar told herself that was normal. The average Tingian never went topside their entire life, so it would be odd to bump into anyone coming the other way. If she were to meet with one of Van Weer's guards, then she had her official seal to wave and be on her way. The tunnel slowly stopped, and she felt herself moving along flat ground. She must be nearby. and then she began to see the stronger light of the city glow lamps at the end of the tunnel up ahead. Aesma poked her head out of the tunnel first to get the lay of her surroundings. She had known roughly where she would come out in the city, but she looked at the guard box and nodded to the soldier guarding. They barely exchanged a word as she flashed Van Weer's personal seal to her and moved through unbothered by bureaucracy. The guard seemed oddly lax, Aesma thought, and made a note to mention it to Van Weer, and then another note to not mention it to Van Weer when she remembered which side she was on now. Still, it annoyed her sense of professionalism to have a guard so distracted at dealing with Tingians coming in below ground. No wonder those topsiders had felt so confident about kidnapping them from the cavern without facing any issues, if this is what they were used to facing when they came into the city. She made her way unchallenged to the building that contained Van Weer's office deep inside its formal walls. Something was wrong, though. She noticed when she got within observing distance of the building. The incredible strictness with which the official guards usually handled themselves was missing, and there seemed to be a loud argument going on in the reception foyer between a high-up captain Aesma recognized and someone she didn't. She flashed her seal to the guard on the gate, who let her through, and then went back to watching the argument whilst pretending not to. Aesma made her way up the steps and into the foyer. "It should be me," bellowed the captain that Aesma didn't recognize. The other one buffed up his cheeks and laughed heartily. "You're being unreasonable," he screeched back, offering the highest insult in Tingian society. Oh, sorry, Mac, was that too loud? No Tingian should be caught being anything less than 90% reasonable if they could at all help it. Aesma politely ignored the argument and turned to the receptionist, who wore an exhausted-looking face. "I'm here to see Van Weer," said Aesma quietly, trying not to let the argument throw her off. The receptionist looked confusedly from Aesma to the seal and back again. "Well, now it's a real seal. It all sounds silly. You guys are ruining my story." We need, let's do Birmingham. "Haven't you heard?" they asked, and Aesma went cold. "Heard what?" she asked, unable to think of anything else that she could say. "Now, she's not here," said the receptionist, indicating the raging argument behind Aesma that had now escalated to the captain she thought might be Captain Wrenhide, calling the other one illogical and receiving a rap with a walking stick for his trouble. "Where is she?" Aesma asked, panic creeping in. This couldn't be good. "No one knows," said a small voice, and Aesma turned round to see Van Weer's brow-beaten assistant Mavis standing looking petrified in the foyer. Did Mavis have an accent? I've left all my post-it notes upstairs because I'm down here with my little papa. Did Mavis have an accent? I can't remember. Oh, Kenneth Williams, of course she was. Why can't I remember that? "No, Kenneth, oh, no one knows," said a small voice. And Aesma, "Oh, Mackie, that stinks. Oh, you foul creature. Oh, God. Oh." "Oh, no." "Don't be looking at me like that now. Oh, turn that away. Oh, God, Mac. That wasn't friendly." Oh, they're so directional. That's what really gets me about dog farts. They're like stock cubes, but in gas form. "Yeah, you can look at me like that, but I didn't make the smell, baby. It was you, wasn't it? You, stinky princess." Right. Okay. It is a Hamilton hoodie. Yeah, it is. I bloody love musicals and hoodies. Right. Oh, if it's not stupid accents destroying the storyline, it's little dog farts, isn't it, my little princess? Oh, I do love you, Mac Attack. She's not here. No, right. No one knows, said a small voice. And Asmar turned round to see Van Weer's browbeaten assistant Mavis standing looking petrified in the foyer. She was here, and then she wasn't. She left no instructions, no messages, nothing. It's been very difficult. Asmar read between the lines at the scale of this underestimation. I rather wondered if you would be the one who knew where she was. But now I see you're back and you don't know either. Oh dear. Asmar thought Mavis might cry. What about her guests? Asmar asked. Oh, hang on, Swedish. What about her guests? Asmar asked, her heart beating wildly in her chest. Gone too, said Mavis, wringing two of her hands and running the other through her hair desperately. And she said nothing? No information at all? Is anything else gone? Mavis's large eyes seemed to be trembling along with the rest of her body. The 1st Battalion, she said. I'm too nice to you lot. Van Weer breathed in the topside air and sighed. She had missed the sky, and it was beautiful. She pulled herself out of the hole and beckoned to the 1st Commando to follow her quietly. And that is the end of your chapter. What a mess. What are we doing with our lives, eh, Mac Attack? Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, big yawn. Are you showing everybody your weirdly long tongue? That's nice. That's nice. You show everybody your missing teeth. My front teeth have come out today. Oh, good yawning. Good yawning, my baby. So there you go. I thought I'd just give you everything you wanted to cheer up. She's so much bigger. She is. Well, she's tiny for a Jack Russell. She's very undersized, but she's much bigger than she was. If she carries on the weight track she's on at the moment, she's going to be smaller than the average smallest Jack Russell. So hopefully she'll put on some weight, but it's quite hard to get her to eat. You have to really trick her into eating. Although she had some peanut butter today. What are you looking for? There's some sunbathing now. It's the dishwasher using here. No, where are you going? Mackie? She's gone off to explore something. We might be being burgled. She'll handle it. Anyway, I should give you your I thought as you had everything you wanted in the chapter, I'm going to give you a cryptic one now, and a lot is riding on this. So, your question very simply is, has she had enough? Yes or no? Has she had enough? That's it. That's your question. And big old ramifications. So, has she had enough? Up to you. And oh my goodness, Van Weer or the author or someone else, bum bum bum, to whom is the she referring? Has she had enough? Your call, and oh boy, will it have an outcome. So get thinking, get hypothesizing, get voting, and I'll see you next time for another episode. Bye!